Yeah, hello and welcome to another video from Fix My Console. Today we have another PS5 FAT with the BP problem. This console beeps without turning on, no lights, it's not powering on. So currently I've hooked up the power cord to the console, and if I try to turn on the console, this is what you get. Beeps, but no lights, not coming up. So what I will do is I will open up the console, um, try and figure out what's happening. So now we have the board on our workbench, hook up to our power, our lab bench power. So now I want to turn on this and see what we get in our boot sequence. We're getting 182 microamp. That's not enough to boot up the game, the console. So we need about 260 thereabouts to boot up this fat PS5. So one more time, let's go again. We have 483 microamp. It's trying to start up, but it's not completing the sequence. So what I will do is I will hook up the board to UARTs. I'll hook it up to UART and see what we get on the system, on the laptop. Now we have our app opened. So let's check out what the UART says. Okay. So we have error 8871055 SSD bank IO error between SSD controller. So we have a bad SSD controller. That was the problem. So that the problem is saying SSD controller. So we need to change the SSD controller. Okay. So now we have, this is the SSD controller. So I'll be reballing this. First of all, I need to take out the chip and apply some flux. Okay, so that's good. So next is to reball another SSD controller. I'll put it back on this board. So this is the the SSD controller I just removed. This is the bad one. Okay, and this is the I'll be putting this one. Okay, this is the donor. So this one I'll be replacing with. So stick with me. So we have our SSD, the donor SSD on the table right now. So we have to clean this first. So what happened is we're done with the reball. Now we're trying to put the SSD chip back on the board. So we have the newly reballed SSD chip right here. So now we have to send the rotation correctly. Yeah, so we're done. So I'll wait for the ball to cool down. Then we'll give it a test. Yeah, so we're back. The ball has cooled down, and I've hooked the ball to the bench power supply, connected my LED and the power switch. So now we want to test and see what we get on our bench power. We want to see the boot sequence we get. So let me flip this switch. Yeah, we'll get up to 260 now. 260 micro ramp. Once again. 267 micro ramp. That's good. So initially we were getting 185 thereabouts, 185, 187 micro ramp. And the game was beeping. So now let's see what we get when we try to turn on the switch. 1 second. Okay, it's coming up now. Okay, it will go. It will go off because there's no heatsink connected. So one more time. Also, it's coming up. So what we'll do is I'll hook up the console, assemble the console back, then we'll give it a test on the TV. So yeah, this is the console fully assembled. So I'll be giving the final test. I've hooked up to the TV, and it's coming right up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's booted up. Call the controller. Yeah, there you have it. So this is a wrap. Yeah, that is for this video. My name is Albert, and I will see you in the next one.